Islam. I am Bay Shanique. You tuned in to the Moabite Connection. Before we get into this interval, we want to take time out to give accolations to our noble prophet, Drali, and all others that follow in his footsteps to the upliftment and this divine movement at humanity. I'd like us all to recite in our hearts and minds the Moorish prayer in honor. Amen, meaning the hidden one, the hidden entity, the unseen deity. Islam, I self-law, and master, I self-law, Adat master. Today I want to get into the congressional record document by Ronnie Manuel, Chicago Governor Proclamation. These are remedies that you can use against de factos that try to come at you and conjoin your info life being with the non-de-good estate. Put them on notice. The estates have been returned by Francis the Pope, and we've never been under their jurisdiction from ab initio. So, however, moving forward, I am going to begin this congressional record to let you know that, like, all of these Congress members and all of these acting officials know who we are. We're the last to know. But we know it's not too late. So let's correct this issue. House Resolution. Whereas the Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, Hamites, and Canaanites who were permitted by the old pharaohs of Kemet to traverse from East Africa and later formed themselves kingdoms extending from the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa, the Atlantic Islands, and onto the present-day continental Americas. And whereas the indigenous Moorish peoples of the Americas are now united in order to again link themselves with the family of nations, and whereas the Moorish Americans, being aboriginal to the territories of the North, Central, and South Americas, have formed a sovereign theocratic government guided by the command principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, through virtue of the universal right, self-determination, as well as with the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People guaranteed in the Charter, and whereas on January 8, 1886, Noble Drew Ali was born in the state of North Carolina, destined to become the first patriot of its mentally enslaved Moorish American people in 1912. He was anointed as El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali by the leaders of Egypt in the holy city of Mecca to return to the United States as the last prophet and founding father of the newly risen nation of Moorish Americans. As a result of the 13th Amendment, Moorish people were emancipated from slavery in 1865. Therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 97th General Assembly of the State of Illinois that we designate the week of January 8th to the 15th, 2012, and ongoing as Moorish American Week in the state of Illinois. I'm overwhelmed. I'm speechless. This is not the first time I've read this. Every time I read this, it's, you know, it just becomes greater and greater reality in my life. And it should also begin to become yours if it hasn't already, because this is what they all know, and this is what we haven't known that has been exceeding us. And as we are told, you know, our poverty is essentially artificial, and it's just, we need to become competent and correct these issues. You know what you need to do. Noble Drew Ali has told us what to do, and he has emphasized, if we do nothing else, nothing more else, declare your nativity, your nationality, and your bloodline is Moabite, Moorish American. Anybody need any help, assistance, I can help you, it would be my honor. Let's move forward to making this charge and ideology a realization, because we're in dire need for it, and it's our time. That being said, I'm going to yield the floor for now. I'll be back at you with more congressional records, more remedies, more opinions, ideas, the good, the bad, the ugly. Until then, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Islam.